so it's time to do dead cells, basically. I mean, it's like, what else can I even say about that, you know? Okay, now come on. It is time for the cells that are deadened and everything. And that should do it. What do we got? Sure, I'll take this for right now, just because I guess I'm going to be working with a tactics build, at least for the time being. Soon enough, that will be changing. However, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What's the run for this? I don't know. This is just this is the burner normal mode run until I, you know, figure out what run I'm actually doing today. Hey, jump up there. And in fact, just keep throwing in the cell and everything too. Good, good. Can I get through here? I don't think I can. No, requires rolling. A rare thing to see, and yet it does kind of mess up the whole spinning weapon quite regularly here. All right, anyway. So what are we doing here? Plans? Any ideas? Any opinions? Here, I actually did create an entirely separate account now for uploading stuff like Google Doc things. So I can just actually go and post a link instead of doing the usual thing here. No, not this one. Yes, here we are. Okay, come on. Yes, here we go. So you can pick anything from there, I suppose. For the remaining stuff. I'm scared to click it? Why? It's just a link to the remaining runs that I have doing. Why do you think it would be anything else? Come on. Do it. Isn't Google better for that? That is Google. Like, what do you... What do you mean, wouldn't Google be better for that? That is Google. Okay, anyway. So I got people saying Pan. You want to see Pan today? Pan is kind of one of the remaining ones. Fire Blast. Like in Forms? I don't know. I only ever use the, like, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, and the, and occasionally the Excel Google Docs thing, so I don't even know what the Form one is. For the times that I need to be, you know, crunching the numbers to know how to get the most DPS out of my raid equipment. It's important, of course. Yeah, okay, not bad. Didn't you already do the Pan a long time ago? Yeah, but not for the season 4. That was for like season, well, probably 3. Gotta be doing 4, man. That's what we're doing today. And all days. Forever. Oh, hey, Yulia. Didn't you do Ice Bow already? Yeah, that was last run. Yeah, where I was using the dumb snowman outfit and everything. Still avoiding the cursed sword. You want to do cursed sword? We can do cursed sword. I guess I'm okay with that. I don't want to do cursed sword. I don't know if I really want to, but I'm just saying it is something that is possible. I can't force him to stop talking about Persona 5. No, of course not. In fact, I should probably also take out the bump up game point reward out of there, just because it's like, I don't really... I'm probably going to be jumping around in the list a little bit until I start to finally finish a few of the games that I have started. Speaking of which, Tower Climb is actually getting there, so might be able to finish that one soon enough. Which is good, because, boy, that one's been a long time now, hasn't it? Your build was yes. Why? Oh no, they talk to somebody else. Yep. And okay. And one more. All right. Now then. Try Curse Sword? What game are you planning to play next? I was thinking about, there was a one that was like doing the demo for Destiny 2. And I'm just like, that one's probably going to be really quick. Also, I'm still working on the Messenger. I'm probably going to be also finishing up that one fairly soon. I don't know. That game just kind of keeps going, doesn't it? Well, anyway, let's get the pan out here. I think this is a... no, I'm going to keep it like that. Need to have, like, at least some guaranteed way of getting this here. Well, I suppose I don't really need to put that in as a starter weapon if I'm doing that. It's just I was thinking for the backpack specifically. Well, we'll see. Might as well disable the ranged weapons. No, I got a system that I'm working with. I'm keeping it nice and simple. Gonna do the Messenger DLC? No. Gonna finish that game and be done with it. Anyway, all right. Did you play A Hat in Time? That would also be one, because I am actually kind of interested in that game, and it is on the list. It is on the... Yeah, by the way, if you want to... Here, I also got the list if you want to see it here, now that I'm doing the whole Google Docs thing, of course. I also have it, like, in the About section now, in case you're looking for that. Come on. Yeah, so there's that, too. If you're looking for what is remaining as of right now. Okay. Now then. I'm going to actually do the run here. Katana has a lot of hidden iframes during the regular combo. Yeah, I was kind of experienced that when I was playing it. When I was playing with that weapon earlier, and it's just like, it does seem like there's some real tech that you could possibly do with that, but I don't know. I mean, obviously right now we're just doing the, and we're gonna do a pan, which is a little bit too, I mean, first off, I don't even have the katana unlocked, so probably not gonna be doing that. Why is Nuclear Throne last? Because the person that forced me to play that was also the person that forced me to play Risk of Rain 2. And that is their punishment. Anyway, I don't see FTL on that list. FTL isn't on the list. I haven't watched Messenger yet, but 3 episodes in quick succession means you either love it and play it a lot or hate it and want to deal with it as soon as possible. I'm tapping my forehead right now. You can't see it, but yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway. Okay. Pan. You can hit Thornies in the back for free with a katana? Really? That's weird. Like, I said I was going to do another episode with the katana, and I should, because obviously the first one that I did didn't really pan out due to my own insatiable lust for memes, but, you know, it's like, also, I kind of want to do a different weapon for right now. Maybe, like, leave it to make absolutely sure that all of the kinks are worked out. Oh, don't even try to get me with the D's nuts. You can parry traps. I do know that. I just never do because it's hard. Okay. So what are we looking at? Pan. The highly requested weapons. Reverse Assassin's Dagger. I like silly weapons. Yeah. Do a rerun of the barrel launcher? I don't know. I thought the first one was pretty good. What is number 36 on the games list? Let me see real quick. I don't even... You know about Invisible Ink? Yeah, a little bit, but not too much. Oh, 36 was that's just a space to show that Nuclear Throne is going to be below whatever it is. Take that, Wolf! Even though I haven't seen you here for a while. I also haven't been streaming for a while, so probably the reason there. How do you feel about the Fatal Falls DLC? Don't know anything about it, really. Still, I mean, I'll play it when it's out, as you do. Infantry bow? I definitely did an infantry bow run. I remember it was with it was comboed with the grappling hook to be like super good. Pan plus grapple can be good. Okay, I'm gonna look for that one. Anything else? Anything else? The dash distance for the katana is not consistent. I feel like when I was using it, it felt consistent, about the same that you would get from light speed. I don't know. But you liked Risk of Rain 2, smile. Anyway, Nuclear Throne is also like another big roguelite, so I'm kind of like putting those off a little bit because they take a really long time to play. I'm like currently 40 hours into Tower Climb, for example. Take a while. Kyle, were you upset about my comment about collectible tokens reward in the messenger? No, I'm just not going to do the tokens. I saw it, though. I haven't really been responding to much of any of the comments in the messenger stuff. Although I have been seeing people telling me a whole lot of, use the rope dart more. Straight up, I forget about the rope dart. I forget that it exists. I remember the cloud step exists. I don't remember the rope dart exists. I remember that the swimming ability that I had existed before I remember the rope dart existed most of the time. I just never actually executed it, so I couldn't figure out how to do it in water, so I didn't even talk about it. Well, anyway. Do the beginner weapons. I'm saving weirdo kind of like, gimmicky weapons for the end of the series. Starting weapons, cursed sword, maybe do the spinning weapon, all that sort of stuff. It's like I still kind of feel like, I don't know if I really want to do the spinning weapon because it is such a huge spoiler, and also people keep talking about it. But all right. Thanks. I thought you were actually upset. No. What? No. What? No. Anyway. Spoiler. Yeah, it is. That's why there are like 2 outfits that I explicitly do not use in this game because that. Okay. Pan. Let's I already did do a tentacle run. It also was pretty bad, if I'm being honest. Unfortunately, that weapon is well, not super great. I overthink. Yeah, to be fair, I same thing here. So I suppose I can understand. Change the outfit and wear the Santa one. I don't have the full Santa one, but I do have the other Santa one that they introduced last year, so I can do that at least. Yeah, let me look all the way back. It was way at the end of the list, if I'm remembering correctly. We can also do festive outfit. That's always fun, but I have used that in a lot of other runs so far. Yeah, no, I don't have it here. Like sacrificial outfits. Still like to look at that one. Yeah, we got festive outfit, which is always one of my favorites, but I use that a lot. Pathetic attempts at a tentacle showcase run. Yeah, I did name it that, didn't I? Well, there's also the other one, Flying Alcoholic, yeah, which is not quite the same thing, but yeah, apparently it's dropped from something. Nutcracker, Frost Blast. I did do Nutcracker. That was with a combo of the a couple different things, but notably the oh god, what is it called? Wolf Trap. Yeah, because I think that's the best combo with it, not even like Frost Blast by itself. Well, Frost Blast can be good, depending. Maybe. Explosive Crossbow? I'm pretty sure I did Explosive Crossbow, right? I don't know. Well, anyway, let's actually start up the episode and then banned items showcase. I did do banned items. The new Explosive Crossbow, it just got a facelift. It did not actually get changed in terms of like style, like the actual attacking animations or anything. I think. I don't know. Goku outfit is best outfit. I don't like. I talked about this before, but I don't really like Dragon Ball all that much. Yeah. No, that's it. Also, I think like some of the big reference outfits, like I kind of roll my eyes at. Ice Crossbow, yes, I did do Ice Crossbow. It's good. It was not like super great though. Fire Blast, I still need to do. But we're doing the pan. Let's do the pan. Okay. Start up recording. All right, let's start this in 5, 4, 3. Why am I even doing this? So the 5, 4, 3, 2 is to help me sync it up in DaVinci later when I'm editing it. Don't need to do that here. Pan puns? I don't have any pan puns. So maybe something about like bread. Okay. It's negative 40 C outside. Is that with wind? Because that's a big difference. That makes a big difference. Okay. Yeah, it's just a recolor. I mean, the original one, I always said he doesn't like Dragon Ball but loves Persona 5, the monster. Yeah. I mean, that would be... I think like the more appropriate comparison would be... You know, like if I didn't like JoJo, which I do, and I don't like Persona 5. Totally different. I never actually saw the yeah, you know what, we can start out with that. I never actually saw the the trailer for that, so I still have absolutely no idea what people are talking about when they reference it. All right, let's start this up already. I'm gonna start this. Every time. Every time that I do this, it's always like, hey, dickhead, never actually started out here. Proper seasoning of a good cast iron pan. I don't know. I don't have a good cast iron pan. I just have a pan. Like a set of saucepans and stuff like that. Talk about animatic. Animatic. I don't know. Okay. Let's start this up. Let's actually do it. Okay. The pen, a weapon first referenced in a trailer for the DLC of Dead Cells, I think, and then later added into the game. It's basically a reverse version of the Assassin's Dagger. Gotta hit enemies in their face to do the maximum amount of damage, and aside from that, it's just a very basic, simple type of brutality weapon. I quite like it, even though I never actually saw the trailer that it was featured in, and still haven't. It is a pretty decent weapon for brutality, or, of course, like a survival if you can happen to find a colorless version of it. Not really too much to say aside from that in terms of like use. I just really like the fact that you do get to swing around a pen. That is, as always, extremely fun. Big fan of the dumb, gimmicky, silly weapons after all, as I've said many times before this. Now the only thing that I think I'm going to be looking for in terms of getting this run really popping off is probably the grappling hook. Unlike the phaser, the grappling hook can still be used on enemies from the front, and the huge amount of extra damage that you get from that I think is going to be very effective in terms of getting the most damage out of this weapon possible. So that's pretty much the only plan that I have. I guess, as always, if I wanted to go like fire and oil, that would be appropriate, at least thematically, if not practically, by getting the plus 100% on burning oiled up targets. But, I don't know, Tentacle? Tentacle could be something too. It pulls enemies forward, and then you can smack them right in the face. But I mean, even then, I don't really think there's too much to be said about actual strategy with that. That's more like gimmickry than anything else. Well, aside from that, the way that you unlock it is by talking to one of the shopkeepers. I think after you play a couple runs, something like that, they'll have a pan sitting in front of them, and they're only too happy to hand it over to you after you speak with him once. It's a pretty easy weapon to get, which is nice, but I don't think it's unlocked for the very beginning, if I'm not wrong. It has been a while since I've unlocked this, and needless to say, I have played more than a couple runs in this game, so it was just kind of available for me immediately. Yes? Okay, good. Thank you, stream. As always, one of the greatest things about doing streams is that I don't have to be wrong about everything. I can just ask, hey, that's right, isn't it? And then get a yes or no very easily. All right, still going to be dealing with the new change-up to malaise and everything, which is still something I am struggling with. And I'm going to try to do my best here. Probably going to do a more traditional route once again just to make sure that I am staying as safe as I possibly can. Maybe try to really hammer down on killing some enemies and everything this time. Something that I still have not really... I think that rushing is still the major way that I want to deal with a lot of the issues that I'm coming up against, but I do think that it is definitely worth trying to... there we go. Perfect. Right at the beginning here. It's still worth trying as many strategies as possible. Not just, grinding it out, really getting used to everything the game has to offer right now. When he switched to his YouTube alter ego, I laughed so hard. Oh, come on now. It's like it's not an alter ego. It's just the casual versus the professional. If you see somebody wearing a suit when they're in the office, you're like, oh, look at this guy turning into Superman. Like, come on, it's totally different. His voice changes the cadence. It's not true. None of this is true. At least Smash got Sephiroth now. What a weird... I mean, especially because from what I remember, like, Cloud didn't really get a whole lot of love. Probably because, Square Enix was being pretty protective of their IP and everything. But it's like, you would think that, with the amount of, say, Final Fantasy music and everything, I remember they only got, like, 1 or 2 tracks or something. Man... It's like, so the fact that they said, yeah, let's throw, actually Predator, if I'm going right in front of enemies, might not be too bad. It's like, hey, let's put in another Final Fantasy character is kind of weird. And also, like, another Final Fantasy VII character. Not going to throw in, like, Celis or Terra or, Bartz or any of the characters from Final Fantasy IV, which I didn't play. Which is evidenced by the fact that I referenced Bartz before I referenced any of them. What other Final Fantasy games have I played? It's just 5, 6, and 7, really. Oh, well. Why do you have so many bodies? Thousands of 1,000 hours of playing the game. It is a result of... I don't even know how many other people probably have, like, that level of corpses. Maybe you're like other people who have streamed the game a whole lot, speedrunners, but, like, man... I feel like it is something of a one-of-a-kind to actually have died so much to have that gigantic mountain of smiling corpses there. Oh, boy. Hey, if nothing else, it's a badge of honor, right? I'm going to go grab one of those items. Any one of them could actually be, like, legitimately pretty good. But, yeah, no face on those guys, despite the fact they clearly have a face. But it will probably... I mean, Flamethrower Turret is the best. That's the best of them, but I also use that too much. So, something to think about in terms of, okay, starting to a little bit of malaise. Something to think about in terms of just keeping it fresh, if not trying to go for the optimal run. As you know. Badge of honor or depression? I feel pretty on... Oh, yeah, you do get pyrotechnics as brutality scaling now. That still is throwing me off. I'd say badge of honor. Not too many people can commit to a game like this one for a very, very long time, right? Flamethrower was nerfed? Oh, boy. The corpse say anything other than they look a little like me? Yeah, no, you just get the same dialogue, regardless of how many you have. They look a little like you. And then, well, not to get too much into the spoilers, it's like, no, they don't. I can guarantee right now that they absolutely do not. Anyway, continuing on here. Do you want to open a Discord server? I do have a Discord server. It's just I don't go to it. It's an unofficial one. Because, oh no, he's about to turn super form, which I'm not okay with. That was not the one I wanted to grab. I think he jumped away from me. Okay, come on. Concentrate, and like I was saying, it's like things are starting to get a little bit hairy here. I think I'm going to, like, really start to hammer down on fighting some dudes. See if that makes any real difference. I don't know. If I am going for, and I don't know if I am, going for, like, the, what am I even thinking of? Cursed chest in the next area, and I feel like with the way the malaise works right now and everything, I might not. That it's like, I want to keep that as low as possible. So they said it was nerfed, so I guess I can probably take this right now, right? Potentially? I mean, let's see how much it has been nerfed, really. And like, I'd like to combo the two, but I really do want to keep grappling hook for right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And there we are. Yo, is that a mod? I have quite a few mods, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I just do it randomly and without thinking about the consequences. So there may or may not be many or few mods in here for all I know. Mama Tick because you get constant critical? That would be I mean, the thing is, I'm just thinking right now that I'm worried. Does grappling hook turn enemies around? No, I think it's still, they still stay whatever direction they were facing. But, yeah, I'm just still thinking that I want to keep it kind of, like, simple. Keep it kind of, like, easy in terms of... Come on now. Keep it simple and keep it easy in terms of, the routes that I'm taking and the bosses that I'm fighting, just because I am so worried about this. Let's say this, if I haven't used like a potion charge in the next area or so, I will go into the morass and see if I can't get a good Mama Tick fight. Scheme, hook, and pan. Yeah, scheme would also be good for this, you're right. Especially because of the hook. Okay, that I think is going to be the strategy right now. Yeah, provided that I don't need to go full on defensive mode just to not die. It's looking okay for now, but you never really know what the future brings. There. Not as much as I'd like it to be, though. Good. Still, once again, not as much like malaise reduction as I would like to be. And I am clearly trying to fight stuff here. Now, come on, face the right direction, though. Now, I don't just use skills off cooldown when they're absolutely necessary, when it's absolutely unnecessary. It's like, do I really need to go hook those single bat enemies which have 1 hit point? That'd be absurd. And then... Besides, it's just like I don't really need to maximize the damage. Pan has good damage right now, as you can see. There's not really a reason to try and optimize it, is what I would say. Okay. Alright. How do you check so fast if a collar is better or not? Basically, I'm just looking to see if it has brutality. That's it. It's a very easy algorithm to follow. Because as of right now, the collar that I'm using does not have brutality on it, and if I can find one with brutality on it, that's exactly what I would be looking for. Then aside from that, it's like a few other... I'll take that. A few other of the attributes on it really matter too much to me. Because I don't think there's really too much that's important. See? Right there. Easy enough. No 60? You don't know if I'm going to get 60 or not. I still got a real chance here, I'd like to say. Let's take a look. I get an extra jump, which is good. I can make this. This is far from the worst that I've ever seen in terms of this area, basically. See, I told you. Doc, I gave you money, love me. I love you. I love you, 3 Silver 53. You are truly my favorite commenter. And this is my favorite shop on the Citadel. Come on, take him down. Let's at least get to 60. Yeah, it's like I'm so close that there's no reason that I shouldn't at least make an attempt here. Especially with new enemies spawning in all the time, of course. And there we are. Okay, good. You're not going to leave at 59 again? I did that once. And I still hold that it was a good gag. Okay, well, let's get into the prison depths and see how this works. And yeah, we're good. Let's go. Once. Yes, exactly once. When are you going to admit that you're excited about the new Team Cherry game? Oh, they're making a new one? What is it? I'll take it. I do like flamethrower, but like bleed propagation and everything is pretty nice. You did it on P6? No, I didn't. I didn't do anything ever. Now, yeah, I'm gonna grab Scheme. Using a skill. It's like, I don't know if that also synergizes with the plus 400% damage, but if it does, that'd be nice. Oh, thank you, Yulia. for the gift sub. Why do you never enter the boss cell doors for money? Eh. No, that's it. Tonic. I don't need tonic. Now that malaise is not really a... Well, is a different thing. I guess it's not really not a thing now, is it? But, I don't really require that in the same way. Okay. You too. I guess something just fell down right there. Huh, weird. Anything gonna teleport to me real quick? This is not bad. You gonna teleport over here? Good. Okay. At least that was like a fairly nice and simple way to take out Curse. Maybe the first one that I've had, I feel like, since the new update to the stuff. Okay, not bad. Well, yeah, new update to malaise. Also, you know, one of the things that I think the Pan does super, super well is, you know, just completely stun locking enemies by constantly getting breaches. Because, you know, when enemies turn to face you when they're attacking you, which gives you criticals, which means that you can just knock them out of attack animations over and over. It's pretty great. Now, come on. You know what I'm trying to do here. Good hit with the shield. I mean, I haven't even really been using that all that much. Maybe it would actually be worthwhile to... hooked on the wrong enemy there. Maybe it would actually be worthwhile to try and take something different instead, just because, you know, the strategy... Again, a good hit with the... Ah, damn. You know, I tried to get out of there super hard, but yeah. All right. I think I might just skip that area at this point in time, just because it is so difficult to deal with. What's new in this update? No new updates as far as I know. Kind of the same thing that we've been working with as of late. Well, anyway, what are we talking about here? Yeah, I overcommitted on the elite, and that did me in. This is how that happens sometimes. It's like if I was able to stun it even just like for one more second, I would have been able to avoid getting hit that hard. But, you know, as you do, when you get to that point in the game, it just, enemies will kill you in, like, a single combo like that. It's frustrating, but that's just how Dead Cells is. Oh, well. The LeBron James copy pasta again. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, come on now. Just barely getting hit by everything in this run. And yet it is happening, so I guess that's important. Alright, I guess what I'm going to do, like I said, is probably go into a different area comparatively to this time, just because it is, like... I don't know if I'm going to be going too much into, like, the prison depths and everything anymore. It's just too difficult to deal with those enemies in there, and the curse is when you have random enemies spawning like that. Alright. Yeah, even if it doesn't work against... Even if, like, breaching doesn't work against the rampagers, it doesn't really matter if you can kill them in one hit like that. Well, one volley of attacks, I suppose. Okay. What, LeBron isn't trash? I would agree. I like that guy. Anyway. Include my love at the end of the YouTube version? Your love? I don't understand. What is love? Okay. What is true love? Bleh. What is boy? What is girl? Come on, I got this. Again, like right at the last second getting hit. Well, anyway. Okay, there we are. Twitch sings? Ha! More like Twitch dead, because it's dead. Deader than disco, baby. They killed it with the DMCA stuff, needless to say. Oh, come on now. That's not what I wanted to do. Melee attacks was bad, but I beat my first run on 3 boss cells. 3 boss cells? Beat it on 5 boss cells. We need a bra counter? Sure. Currently at 1. What would I really want here in terms of... I mean, I think Scheme still good. Combo would also probably be fine with this. Predator, I still don't get enough usage out of to really use, I'd like to say. Unfortunately. Just took Gastronomy for right now or something. Here, how about the YOLO? That way I won't die stupidly in the exact same way. Well, we'll see. Disco Elysium is a great game. I mean, yeah, it probably is, but I don't want to play it. I am disinterested. Have you sent Motion Twin any suggestions? Oh no. I've always held to the ethos of I will just whatever Motion Twin wants to do, I'll just react to it accordingly. I am no game designer. And even though, of course, I do have like some level of expertise with the game, I don't really think it's enough to really make any true judgment calls on what you would want to do or not want to do with the game. I am but a passive observer in the grand scheme of Dead Cells. Okay. Yes, the YOLO... I always refer to it as the YOLO mutation or the YOLO amulet back in the day. Come on now. Ridiculous. There we are. Oh, still hope that I can find any sort of typical consumer. Yes. That's me. Holy Christ, there's so many elites. Oh, what? Huh? I don't even know what happened there. You know, I'm going to restart this one. That's absurd. I will make Doc play Disco Elysium with the extra condition to play as a communist. No, you won't. What? I can't lose the YOLO mutation that quickly and continue on with the game. That's terrible. I'm just going to restart it then. Okay. And okay. I mean, if you think this is the only time that I failed the game, it's like you're going to be very surprised, I think. We were just talking about the mountain of bodies that I had earlier. All right. Oh. Why do I have to encounter like 10 different elites every time I try to go through a level? It's got to not just be the regular elites, but like the doubling elites and everything. It's horrible. I hate it. Come on. And there. And neither of them have any brutality on it, so, you know, great. Okay. And, Tainted Flask might be good. Probably not. Generally tends to be pretty, pretty situational and usually only really well suited for end game. At least that's been my experience with it. Okay. All right. Now, I do think I still have one more. I still have one more scroll of power to get, though. So, elite spawn counter for the tank. Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea, I suppose. I'm not really. I mean, we'll see. I still think mostly going to be a late end game type of option, though, because it really does take a lot of elites otherwise, and I really should not be using 4 flasks that early in the game. At least I shouldn't be. I'm not going to say that I won't. Okay, come on now. Can I just get the... Yeah, okay. I'm going to get the money first, and then... yeah, I got all the scrolls. Okay, good. Really need group clear? Not really. I get the money at least? Yes. Oh, I didn't even see that. There we are. Wouldn't expect more from chat randomly spams cum zone on that one Hollow Knight streamer that I randomly raided. I didn't randomly raid them. I asked, hey, who should I send a raid to? And then somebody said, hey, this guy's like a small Hollow Knight speedrunner. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like Hollow Knight. And then I sent them. And then you guys started spamming cum zone. So, you know, whose fault is that? Here, how about vengeance at this point in time? And he left. And I'm never going to send a raid to anyone ever again. Ever, ever. Never. Okay. Okay. And I will take that to the grave. When I die of embarrassment by my chat members' terrible dispositions. It's your fault, Doc. You made us this way. No, you can't just put all the blame on me. In fact, I would say you can put none of the blame on me. There we are. He didn't ban everyone? Maybe I should. Maybe the only way to be free of this corruption is to just purify the entire land. Think about it. Why? Yeah, I shouldn't have even swung for those. Shouldn't have even swung for those bats, and yet I did. That was a bad idea. You know, not really. Yeah, sure. I'll take a sinew slicer. Why not? It's like something I can probably get some good usage out of. Aren't we your penitents? I mean, it depends. How penitent are you making me? Visuals TV, I was the one that suggested the raid. Yeah, look what you brought about. Ban me, daddy. Oh, thank you, Rex Draco. People think that when they ask for that sort of stuff that I'm not going to do it. And then I do. Ban and sub? No. Just ban. 'Tis but a simple ban. He'll be back in 5 minutes. Perhaps wiser and less willing to just ask me to ban him. Legendary Hokuto's bow. You think it's worth actually trying it out? Like, now that it has been changed up, you know, there's been, like, pretty substantial... rolled right into that. Pretty substantial nerfs. I think it might be different enough to be off the ban list, speaking of which. A nice and welcoming chat. I would say it's welcoming, unless you ask to be banned explicitly. Unless you explicitly say, ban me, daddy. Here, does anybody else want to try it? Does anybody else want to try it? How do you start off with a level 4 pan? The way I did? I don't know. I'm playing on 5-cell mode? Anyway. Ban me, daddy. Ooh. Well, that's not quite the same thing, but okay. Now, anyone else say that? Okay, we're good. Jesus. Good, that'll work. Come on, can I just want to get the legendary item. Can I just do it? There. And there we go. Man, what a horrible night to have a curse. Well, this should be fairly effective in some fashion. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, my advice is to use that to your advantage. Oh, why enemies teleport to you? I don't know. It is a weird, no justification type of thing that just happens on higher cell difficulties. I have no explanation for it. It's just here. And we have to deal with it. And you can actually use it to your advantage, it's true. By like letting enemies come to you, group them up and everything like that, but it is like, that's not like something that makes it necessarily easier. It's just, hey, there's one silver lining and that's about it. Probably the reason is so that you just can't skip enemies. Like, you know, you're able to skip enemies a lot of the time anyway. Besides, enemies like trackers and all that automatically would do that, even outside of the higher cell difficulties. Phasers, same thing too. Fighting right now. Or runners is what they're called. Have names, elites, everything. That was one of those ones that did take a little while to get used to. Oh boy. Man, this is ridiculous. Ugh. Jesus. Okay, are we good? Are we good for at least like 5 seconds? Oh. Hey, I'm a silver lining. So you are. That's why I love you. Oh man, I'm actually noticing right now that I got shots exploding to Toxic Cloud and 80% on poison on the Hokuto's bow. Now, of course, that only really counts for the initial hit, but it's like, ain't bad. Not the worst. That's a good combo, though, I'm just saying right now. We'll see if that means that I'm going to have to ban it anyway, but, yeah, for right now. Don't die, it's a good bow. We'll see. Tainted seems like a good investment now. Still haven't used any potion charges. I don't know, man. I'm looking at it here. Hokuto's bow still seems pretty goddamn good. I'm just saying. Like, did you see how quickly it took out that one enemy? Sharpen your frying pan on the grinder. Oh, it didn't actually... Come on now. Some poison in there. Yeah, that's some... Okay, now come on. Alright, I'm just going to use it right now. Because I don't like being at that high of malaise anyway. And I should probably be able to get to the point where I am able to... Should probably be able to get to the point where I am able to get 20,000 gold coming up here. Yes, that's what I'm trying to think of. The words weren't really coming out. Whoa, faced the wrong direction there. Trying to run away too quickly. That was close. That was close. I just watched a Verizon ad to watch your stream, and I spent 100 of your weird-ass currency to highlight this message, all for you to appreciate your weird, gross fan base more. Hey, I'll appreciate weird. I won't appreciate gross. You people have a sense of decorum. I'm okay with you being perverts, but you should at least be, you know, sophisticated, modern-day perverts. Okay? Class. Class is the word that I want to describe my fans as well as myself. Class, yes. I want you to be classist. Mod them, ban all the gross chat members. Yes, bring them up only to bring them down. Maybe I should actually go for the... Oh, as much as I don't really want to, I think I am going to go for the... Cursed chest again. Just to make sure that I have the money for the next area and everything. Alright, custom mode is such a pain in the ass to use when you never did it properly. Yeah. I don't know, I've always... I still appreciate custom mode a lot for existing in the game. It is something that I think is... So something that people have been asking for since they introduced the game in the first place. It's also just, in general, you know, a good way to customize your run. Classist, it better be tactics. Haha, funny, relevant joke. Wait, what? Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go because I want to get the 20,000 gold. We'll be good. I take open wounds with that bow. Good point. I'm going to. And that is a very good point. Although it's a very, very brief dot, but it is a dot, and that does mean a lot of extra damage. I'm gonna have to get an upgrade for this bow soon enough because it's too much. Amount of shit I need to turn on so that I could start with a pan. Otherwise, I could one S pan. Well, I just turned off all of the other melee weapons, so then I at least get the one at the very beginning. Would actually not be bad if I was continuing on with the Hokuto's bow, but you know. All right, we're gonna start back. We're gonna go back into YouTube mode once I get rid of the curse or die. And I guess we're not gonna go back into YouTube mode if I die, but you get what I'm saying. Good. Okay. Oh, okay. I think the important thing here is going to be to make sure that I survive. Full stop. Yeah, I'm noticing that right there. The Inquisitor, which is... good. Gonna be annoying, isn't it? As always, not actually difficult to deal with, but, like, frustrating enough. There. Okay. Show feet? I mean, you know, I would, except the thing is... oh, no, that's a infected worker. Okay. But the thing is, it's just like, I don't want to show any part of myself. Oh, man. I still got a coffee here, by the way, if you didn't know. Which I've been supping down this entire time. All right, well, let's get back into YouTube mode. Wait, what? That still hurt me just to have the barrel put on top of me? I did not realize that was a thing. That's silly. Anyway. Okay, one curse down. Let's get back into the run. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's one of the few times that I die not to, like, curses or, you know, bosses or anything like that. Just kind of general bad play. It happens infrequently, but still more often than I would like it to. Curses, though, still, like, maybe the worst thing in the entire game when it comes to dealing with anything. I still would like to see a rework at some point in time to make it so that curses are not just, like, simple instant kills, but maybe have a little bit more... a little bit more in terms of, you know, like, layers to them. Interesting stuff going on. It's not just instant death, instant game over, and leave it at that. But I think we probably have some time, if that's ever going to be showing up, period. Okay, now this is like an actually pretty difficult situation I found myself in. Good. That said, Hokuto's bow. I was loath to take it and everything, but I also know that, man, even with a nerf, it should probably be, like, pretty effective. Also, I just need as many advantages as I can get right now. Look, I'll probably be dumping a little bit later on. Just out of a sense of, I'm gonna take it. Well, you're rolling the dice here, baby, but I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. No, where's the other guy? Where are you? Did I kill you? Like, what are you... Terrible. I don't think I have enough synergies as of just yet to really effectively get the most damage out of that, unfortunately. I might have to use a second potion charge at this point. Well, somebody did say, hey, go and use corrupted healing. Want to try and... yeah, I'm just going to do it. Maybe I will use corrupted healing after all over the course of this run. I mean, it was a calculated play, but the calculations did not work out in my favor. It was not calculated well enough. Good. Yeah, I still hold to the fact that I probably am going to be, like, not going through this area a lot in the future, just because it is so ridiculous when you have big melees building up here. Like, it is not something that is friendly in any way. And this is using, even with the nerfed Hokuto's bow, it's still working out pretty well. So, I want to say that it's like I hardly have any sort of, or run going on here. Okay. Damn it. Wait, what just got deleted? Oh, it doesn't matter. It has no health. Good. Quit getting deleted, you. No potion meta shifted? I mean, you say meta. I would just say basic strategy for playing the game. I thought I saw a challenge drift down there for a second. Yep. No. No such luck. Very nice. Well, at least I'm back mostly at full health. 90% I would say is as close as I can get without going over. I mean, 15% is, yeah. As long as I don't get just wombo comboed by a bad enemy placement again, I should be fine. There we are. Oh boy, the enemies spawning in here are making this quite tough. Oh, great. I was just thinking, maybe I can kill one elite really quickly. I can't kill two elites really quickly, though. There we are. Come on. Well, that would be something. Well, maybe if chat has... They're gonna say no. I already know this. Why am I even bothering? 8 total elites. Okay, fine. You have made a good case for using corrupted healing. Fair enough. In fact, that might actually... Like, the level of elites that I've apparently fought right now are on the point where it's like, even if I wasn't using brutality, it would probably be worth using corrupted healing like that. Man. That is a lot of elites. I guess I can't really say that I'm too surprised. I did take extra malaised up food in the previous area and everything, so I did somewhat bring this upon myself, even though I'd never admit it. Hey, me. Okay. Okay. Did anybody say anything about, like, No, nobody's saying anything about don't take the... Or do take the fun invisibility necklace. Oh, Malay's cleared. Nice. A little bit late now. But, sure. Yeah, man, Poison plus Hokuto's bow is still an amazing combination. I feel bad because it's like, clearly it is... Nerfs did not do too much to dissuade me from... Do I want that? I think I do. Nerfs did not do too much to dissuade me from using this. That said, I should probably just get rid of it, you know? No. Are you currently in YouTube mode? Yes, of course. Why do you ask? Malay's modification got removed from all mutations. Yes. It is something that does make it a little bit trickier. Well, anyway, let's just go. Let's just go. Can you just stall in an area and wait for and farm random elites for potion charge? Probably. That still would mean that you are very high on malaise at the end of the day, though. Because, of course, potion charges only take away so much of that. Well, let's take Tainted Flask right now. And see how this goes, I suppose. Do you watch Donkey? Occasionally. I wouldn't really say a whole lot. Like, yeah, rep the other Wisconsin guys, I suppose. It's not a... Don't keep up with him a whole lot. Okay, and then get the... would be nice to have some sort of piercing on this Hokuto's bow, but hey, it's certainly more than good enough. Also, hey, being with a pan being, you know, hitting enemies in the front, at least that's actually very effective against the Thornies, which is good because this one's about to turn to elite. Good stuff. Hopefully you can get a new pan in this area. Yeah, that is going to be... if I'm going to be... Didn't even see that somehow. If I'm going to be using corrupted healing, which I guess I am, you know what? Let's just go all in on it. Why not? Kind of have that's sort of the plan right now. So I'll have money to blow on buying other things. The KF console looks lit. What happened in the KFC marketing division to cause this? It'll be able to compete well with the Soulja Boy console. That's the new console wars. KFC console better than PS5? I mean, maybe. I don't know. It comes with fried chicken. I suppose that all depends now, doesn't it? Okay, and... There. Oh, wait, no. Actually, I do want this. How do you first get into Dead Cells? I was watching Vinny Vinesauce play the game, and I'm like, oh, this looks really good. And that's pretty much it. I decided to start a channel after I thought, you know, hey, a lot of people play this game, compares itself a lot to Dark Souls. A lot of people, you know, have channels almost entirely based on Dark Souls content. And this game looks, you know, great. So maybe I can do the same thing. I'd wanted to start a channel for a while. Originally, the idea was going to be that I was going to be doing translated Persona 5. Yeah. Needless to say, I maybe chose a better route. Vinesauce is my favorite streamer. I like him a lot, too. I don't know if I would say he's my favorite, but I certainly have stuck around watching that guy for a very, very long time. Okay. Oh, no, he said the P word. I mean, I feel like that has different context, but yes. Yes, I did. No, I want to save up for a better pan if I can. I don't know if we're even going to be seeing a better pan coming up here, but I can hope. Okay. Come on. Something had... Oh, I knew something had a stat down here somewhere. I call him Fecal Funny. No, no, no. That's Swedish, Vinny. Totally different. Totally different person. I mean, it's just Vinny putting on an accent, but you know what I'm saying. Don't you want to save up for a potion charge? I'm kind of going all in on the... Kind of going all in on the corrupted healing now, sort of giving me extra potion charges. 8 elites is a lot, but apparently with the amount of elites that I've been fighting so far, not as many as you might think. Besides, like, going into... Sure. Besides, going into, like, boss fights and everything, if I'm using more than one potion charge, something's gone wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. That said, I might want to still save up for like a little bit of foodstuffs or something at this point in time. Just so I have a little bit of extra healing here too. We'll die within the next 4 minutes. Oh god, no. Somebody remove this curse from me. Oh, I got distracted. Monk ass. Monk ass. There we are, there we are, there we are. Nice. All flawlessly executed in only the way that I can do. This is the gameplay that you expect from this channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. There's the cursed chest. All right, let's go. No, it's Monk A's. Monk A's. Show feet to remove curse. I told you that I can't show feet because that would require me showing a part of my body. Any part of my body. I kind of like that. Okay, let's go, let's go. Pro streamer as always. Always. If you ever expect anything but pro streaming, take it. Okay. Monkeys. This is scary, but working out. I'm not going to be swinging towards a thorny, though. I'll say that right now. That is just asking for trouble. Where does the guy from Dead Cells carry all the traps and heavy turrets like him? I mean, they're all magical. I mean, as you know, these are alchemic created, and as such can be stored in tight conservation of mass violating areas. because they technically don't exist in the real world like a normal weapon would. Have you tried doing as many streaking? I did that like way back in the day. Not anytime recently, though. Let's go check out this shop then, too. Turrets are stored in the balls. Okay, well, there we go. Asked and answered. Come on, you know what I want. You know what I want. You ain't gonna give it to me, but you know what I want. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna get out of here. Can I have a mannequin feet? No! Well, anyway, I already beat the 4-minute time limit, so clearly I have defeated the curse once and for all. I can't believe I didn't get another thing. Possibly possesses a bag of holding. That could actually be true. More disturbed by why does every mob carry gems on them? The gems are the currency for the island. It might seem cumbersome, but, you know, that's how it is. Okay. Then get right in there. Needless to say, I used a potion charge, so didn't really get... we're not going for Mama Tick. Man, it's too bad I didn't get an upgrade for my pan. Because clearly, it's like, if I got, you know, synergies or anything on here, I would be doing a ton of damage. It'd be ridiculous. Uh-oh. If I also had, like, any sort of oil, I could at least get double damage, but it's like, that's not even happening. This is one of the ideal weapons to go up against the concierge, I would say, just because it is fairly easy to continuously dodge him while still hitting him in the face. Not possible with Conjunctivius. Though the tentacles you can do that with. Yeah, good luck, but it is possible. It's like Mama Tick would also be a good option, but she really does also have a lot of like very large attacks that she will be spamming at you, which are kind of hard to dodge. Though I suppose, you know, the concierge even has the whole like damage field, which, but at least that's fairly predictable, fairly easy to just kind of keep away from. Let your turrets do the talking and all that. Why is Doc afraid of Mama Tick? I just am. I'm pretty bad at fighting her. Wow, that's all the blaze I got cleared? Come on, man. Do a little bit more than that. Just saying. Oh, well. At least I got the legendary. Let's hope it's good. Extra magic arrows and grenades probably come out. Okay, now come on. ENM? Embarrass nude male? Now, anyway. No, that is what that is, isn't it? You should fight her more often. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, I know. I know. Erected nude man. Oh, okay. Okay. Are hot dog sandwiches? Yes. People ask that sort of thing all the time, and the answer is yes. Streaking is a type of exhibitionism. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I think that goes without saying. Well, I could go afford a potion charge here, I think. I still think I probably would rather go and get a... Yep. That was a good C jump there. I think I would probably rather go and get a thing. A pan upgrade. A pan upgrade is what I was trying to say when it just, like, words escaped me due to stress. Good. Okay, and I will take that. Absolutely. More stats, more health, baby. It's important. Okay. Is cake crab crab? Yes. What? How about activated instead of erected? No. No, I refuse. Whatever, just go. And then... I'm just gonna smack him with a pan as soon as he comes up here. This is definitely a good item for waiting for enemies to teleport to you and then getting the most out of it. Even though, of course, again, it is still quite difficult to deal with these every enemy, especially in this difficulty, regardless. Okay. Okay. And one more. Come on. Down here. Good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. To say crab, it can only be crab. Not necessarily. There's a lot of things that have a very fishy seafood taste that are not crab. For example, other seafood. Or other arthropods, for that matter. Remember during Terraria's stream, you granted me a wish and said I wish you'd get more subs on YouTube? That was me. Wow, really? I remember that. That was a what? Wasn't that like the OG Terraria streams? Or was that the Master Mode one? I don't even remember. I have done so many streams with Terraria. I like that game. Still not going to be playing it again anytime soon. I think doing a full Master Mode playthrough was kind of enough. Well, full. I suppose I did kind of skip a lot of bosses. Oh, you know, I never actually used my iron key. I forgot about that. There wasn't anything that I wanted there, but still, I should have at least got it for the money. Considering money has been a little bit of a concern. I think it was Master Mode because you would get pylons. Yeah, that is definitely 1.4 then. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did kind of like a set of streams for like prep up work for Master Mode, Journey's End, and then actual trying out Master Mode. 100% damage given and taken. I don't think so. I will. No. I save up for the pan. The pan. I need the pan. I gotta have my pan. For real, though, I should be able to, at some point in time, get it around here. It can't hide it from me forever. Okay. Oh, that's Katana. Good. I was hoping to see that at some point in time already without having to go grind it out myself. All right. Stop giving this to me. You know I'm going to use it. Hattori? Hanzo? Really? Yeah, okay, well, there's your reference. 100, 1,000 folded steel blades. Okay, last boss was a CBT moment for me. I mean, I had a good strategy kind of worked out related to just super fast movement speed to dodge most of the attacks, and it worked. Ain't nobody gonna say it didn't work. You can go and see like me actually beating it on screen. I'm gonna die before the turn. Hattori Hanzo. I mean, it's a thing. I think that said that this was a cursed chest, didn't it? Oh boy. Go, go, go! Well, I'm probably gonna try and take it anyway, even though I know it's as always a super not great idea. Right? Everything is really attempting to attack me right now. This is working out though. Okay, there we are. I don't want the Ivy Grenade though. Oh, come on. About Moonlord on Master, surprisingly easy using minecarts. Yeah, I didn't even use minecarts. I just used like Swiftness Potion plus Asphalt. Holy Christ! Holy bejesus, man! I did it! Yeah, and I'll take out. Okay! I didn't realize that I also had like several projectiles coming for me along with the many other enemies that I left out there. Yeah, the cannonballs could have been bad if I didn't react to that very quickly, and I did, so it's cool. So we're good. Oh, Malay's clear too. Nice. Yeah, I guess, you know, I'm going to say right now, I do think I still need to keep the Hokuto's bow on the banned list, unfortunately. However, I'm still going to continue using it because, yeah. Yeah. Let's go. I've already used it for most of this. I'm not going to stop anytime. And what else we got going on here? Gotta go eat breakfast. Enjoy. It's actually, I just have coffee, and it's good, but you know, just coffee. What is going on with? What are people talking about condiments here? Anyone else buy the game on Steam even though you have the game on console because you got impatient for update 21? I've always been Steam, baby. It is the gets the first updates, gets like the beta updates. It's a lot of good stuff. But of course, it's just like I also started out playing the game on PC when it was out of like alpha for the first time. Still early access and everything. Can't believe that was how I lost all of my skill count. Any survival boss cell I can use in 3 boss cell? Oh yeah, of course. A lot of very good ones. I do think that like the explosive crossbow, really a lot of the ranged weapons are actually quite good for any level of difficulty. Ranged weapons in survival are just great. And then, of course, you know what? Excuse me. And then, of course, there is also Nutcracker, which I think is a very high-quality item. There's, like, the... if you really want to go for slightly more difficult build, but one that's going to be very good against bosses, Giant Killer is absolutely amazing. Shovel is always a good bread and butter piece of equipment that does... fast attacks, a lot of stuns, knockbacks. It's the full package. Really, aside from that, gastronomy is one of your best friends, meaning a very easy full heal a lot of the time. If you want to try and... oh, yeah, don't forget about using tonic. Always use tonic, always use wolf trap. Two great items that will work in just about any build. Scythe, also super good. Scythe is still a great weapon, and I love it. So, yeah. Oh, anything else? Like, your basic Nutcracker plus Wolf Trap would still probably be able to carry you through it. But, I mean, if you're looking for something a little bit more interesting, you know, I do think, like, the backpack plus, you know, the new mutations and going for a little bit more ranged builds is pretty good. Dead Cells 2 is going to be Epic Games exclusive. What do? Yeah, Dead Cells 2. I'll wait for it to come out. But also, it's just like, I have no problem using whatever client is required to play a video game. I don't care. Okay, let's make sure that I actually have enemies to kill first. And not just these jabronis. Alright, well... want to go find some easy enemies to kill, I suppose is the caveat there. I am still very much worried about dying to curses, needless to say. You think Alchemic Carbine and the Hokuto's bow is still overpowered? Probably. I mean, as you can see, still working out pretty great in this playthrough. And this is with using poison. It has poison on the bow, so... why did I do that? So I'm probably going to end up using the... really, I should just go and get the cursed chest already. Trying to wait until it's as safe as possible, but there's no reason to do that. Well, here, what I'll do is I'll go get the key, and then I will go and... get the chest. Yeah. Well, AC is now Tactics exclusive, so you can actually go AC, Thunder Shield, and Hokuto's in the backpack. Ooh, not a bad idea. It's good. I hate this map. Forcing me to rush through is not how I enjoy playing the game. Yeah, I think it's really not too bad. You get like a pretty good idea of where all of the... I mean, there's light sources basically around each one of the teleporters, each one of the, like, doors, shops, everything like that. So I don't think it's terrible to deal with. It's not great either, but to be honest, I find this a lot more manageable than going through a lot of other areas in the game. All right. What else we got going on here? Hopefully we'll, like I said, no. Hopefully we'll find some place to easily kill a bunch of enemies. You know what, whatever. Certainly I have already been malaised up a lot as it is. Why not? Come on. Again, you know what I want. Thank you. 7,000 though. That's gonna be, it's gonna be a while. I get the cursed chest and the overall vibe. Yeah, but I like the music. Music's good. I'm always a big fan of that. Just take the curse already. I'm doing it. Hey. You take my advice and send the BB videos in email to all of your subs, or you gotta have other ideas. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I don't have any plans. Like, the plan was obviously to upload it elsewhere, but you know. Yeah. If you haven't heard, there's been problems. Big problems. There you are. Okay, now, how are we going to do this? Something like this. And there we go. Perfect. Flawlessly executed. Could not have done it better myself. Which is good, because I did? What? Whatever. Yeesh. I'm back from breakfast. How's breakfast? Okay, 7,000 I need. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. I want to keep the flamethrower turret. Oh, I invert. Well, it's not letting me invert for some reason. Whatever. Keep a flamethrower turret, and I want to do that. Okay. Okay, let's go. The story about how you got the username? Basically, I stole it from a podcast I like. That's it. Except they said Doctor Inferno Firebirds, so I'd like to say legally distinct. Legally distinct. They can't sue me. Sorry, just a shameless imitation of a Bostonian. Yeah, well, I'm shameless. There we go. That's some good. Nice and nice. Perfect. Doctor Inferno Stealer Bird. I'm a magpie. I'm the magpie kind of Firebird. You know. My dreams are shattered. Okay. Missed the Boston Extreme Beer Fest. I'm curious as to what that could be. Can I get the 60? I'd like to get the 60 if I could. That said, I'm almost at 60 kills and everything. Yeesh. Like that then too. What else we got going on? I'm still very... Yeah, a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on, I guess, if you want to see a lot more of this area. There's a 60. Come on, take him down. Okay. Almost have enough for a better pan. I'm hoping that it comes sooner than later. Get down here so I can yank you. Yeah. Okay. Needless to say, I think the grappling hook is really doing me good here. Like, look at that. It's a lot of damage, and that is... And as soon as I get the upgrade, it's like that's only going to be even more. Can I just please... Okay, there we go. Not the one I want to grab, but that's okay. Yep, okay. Let's go. Boston Extreme Beer Fest is an annual event where you pay like $60 for a ticket, and there's like 300 beers you can try, infinite samples, no limits. I would try as many as possible. I wouldn't even try to be like, hey, you know, what's the best one? And then I'll go get like a few quote-unquote samples of that. No, I would go for, like, give me all of the varieties possible. I want it dark, and I want it hoppy, baby. Okay, let's go up and get that upgrade. How long ago did the stream start? Hour 30? Yeah, that's about right. And by about right, I mean it is. That's how long it's been. Going for the last 12 years, good road trip. Yeah, but you know. All right now. Should I go clock room? I'm gonna go short one. I'm gonna go short one. We've already had to do one restart, and even though this does not work well at all against the giant, the combo that I have should be fine. Well, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad already. Don't get the 75% damage reduction on projectiles, though, which is too bad. Hey, I missed turning that in the last area. Is there anything else you want to throw in there? Giant equals no crit. Yeah, but it's still a fast and effective brutality melee weapon. So I am pretty happy with the how well... I should be pretty happy with how well it does, you know. Some weird 30% alcohol beer with whiskey, didn't even like it. Yeah. I've had that before. Well, like a Boilermaker in a bottle, baby. Also, no shield here, which is always a fun combo. Ah, look at that big hit from the... Okay. That big hit from the... thing. Okay. Her? Come on, I got this. Come on, I got this. If I didn't just mess up some of the easier parts of this, it would have been easier. Yeah, like dude, that's how words work. There we are. Ah, sucky, but that's okay. Might want to take the castle so you can get a potion charge. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. More afraid of the Keeper or Mama Tick? I mean, the Keeper really just is because I can't skip a huge amount of the rest of the game. The Distillery I would be actually legitimately afraid of, because that one's kind of difficult to go through. Can't tell if the Frying Pan being OP or just being massively better player. The Frying Pan's just good. It's a good weapon. It is a nice, fast melee weapon, like I was saying, even if it is... even if it wasn't able to get the proper crits on there. Skipping castle again, shame on you. I want an easier fight and one that would actually be able to get the critical. I would have just gone for the thing. The running barrels, yeah. Running barrels and also just like, I don't know. I feel like I just get hit by a lot of stuff in there. Like I'm bad at it. Let's go. I'm ready for this. who even buys beer for $200. People who are really into beer. Okay. Oh, well, whatever. I was able to rally that up pretty easily. Okay, that was weird. No perfect fight, but that's okay. Damage is good. Never make Grindstone do anything, not as far as I know. Bruh. Indeed. Whoa, that was bad. That was... Look, I'm happy that I was successful, but that was bad. Jeez. Also, I do think that of all things, revenge saved me against the spikes. Otherwise, I probably would have died there. Jeez. Oh, that... I always say don't do what Donnie Don't does, and there's a prime example of that. Don't get rid of both of the platforms that can save you at the end there. Well, let's go. I can only hope that this is going to be a successful run after that. Oh, God. Well... Okay, come on. Like, one smack with the thing. Just like one smack with the pan. Come on. There. Okay. Rough, but here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Because obviously I'm not going to... Well, even if I can afford it to, start with. I'm not going to be buying a potion charge until I at least have gotten the thing back. Yeah, it's only four enemies left to kill. Yep. Okay. Poke those both. I actually nail them with it. Works out quite well. Take them down. Oh, look at that damage, man. That's so good. That's so good. In the meantime, though, it is still so far from being out of the woods yet. God, I love the weird, janky generation. Anyway. Yeesh. 4 probably. I mean, 2 in that fight. 2 more right out of the gate. So, we're looking good. We're looking okay. I'm not going to say we're looking good. Snipe him right out of Stut Guy, and we're good. You know, in fact, what I should probably do is just go get hit right there. Yep. That was the plan. Go get another one, basically. Why not? There's plenty more elites in here to go fight. Oh, boy. Oh, he didn't see me. Good. Take that. And good. Just one little tap on the noggin there to take out that slammer. Sure. Good. Okay. Come on. Don't get too... Wow, bleeding and poisoning? And plus damage to poison? Ooh, that's not bad. But I do lose out on the 100% on burning and oiled up targets, so I don't think it's worth it. Ah! This game's soundtrack is criminally underrated. Yeah, I would agree. Some good tracks in here. Okay. Oh, God, this is not the time. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeesh. I mean, I'll say this. This is far better than I've been doing for this latest update for some time now, so I'm at least satisfied with that. Although that might also be partially because of the whole, like, Hokuto's bow. I'm just not going to say anything about that. One way or t'other. Rampart's nice. I would actually take that if I didn't already have a good secondary weapon right now. Messenger has a good soundtrack. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have been enjoying it. Don't get killed by the... It's rare, but I do occasionally... Okay, come on now. Get killed by... Okay. Come on now. I hate this. There's like one hit point left. There. Okay. My username came from the Among Us carrot look? Huh. Weird. Oh my god. Just assumed you like carrots. Well, at this point in time, I'm just going to be using the other potion charge that I get out of this. Quickly. That said, I mean, I'm still doing pretty good as far as stats go and everything. I might be able to just kind of get a clean sweep of the ending here anyway, which I'd be okay with. We'll see. Wow. That was not what I meant to do. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not looking hot here. This is, as always, with a lot of melee weapons, not the best thing to be taking out librarians with. Good hit. Anyway. Aren't you both keys, though? Use a potion charge? I don't have a potion charge. Ain't no potion charges here. Well, you just hit him already. There we go. All right, all right. Control soundtrack gets an A+ because of Take Control. I haven't heard that one yet. Still gotta go do some more stuff with Still gotta go finish up that game here already. Hopefully, maybe like do it a little bit later today or something. Come on. It is clearly the earliest game on that list that I have yet to actually complete. Okay. Alright, just take them out and then deal with that easily enough. Okay. There's some money. I don't think I'm going to get the... dang. Turned around too fast. She died from a protector again? Yeah, I should have just died from protector again. At least that would have been funnier. Alright, well. Like, needless to say, good run. Hey, Half-Life Drifter. Good run, but it's just like, bunch of bad decisions at various points here. Meant that I didn't do super well. Crowbar run for comparison, yeah. No, I think right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more tower climb of all things because, I don't know, I've been playing that game a lot lately and actually getting to some good parts of it, so... Good parts of it. I've been almost done with it, basically. Like, yeah, just like maybe talk about that a little bit. And hang around for at least a couple more minutes. Literally just played through HLD. HLD? Oh, yeah, we could go for Control, too. Yeah, that'll be fun, I think. But for right now, like I said, I've really been, like, actually making real progress in that game, so... Or in this game, so, you know. Won't miss when Doc goes through the ashtray maze. Maybe I'll do that after this or something. End of stream? Basically. I'm just doing, this is just a game that I've been playing an awful lot lately, so. Don't really need to teleport potions. So I just decided to, get to it. Okay, then. See ya. Yep, we're at least done with Dead Cells, if that's all you're coming here for. Good stuff. That's the one thing I care about. Haven't even seen it for more than like a couple seconds. Yeah, maybe I'll do that after this. That'll be something fun at least. You might find teleports useful in a certain area. Which one? Because I've seen basically the rest of the game at this point in time, aside from like the final boss. Damn it. The one after Zardoland, Club Z? Yeah, I guess that would be the one place. As long as I have a bunch of jump potions, that's the only one that I would really be concerned about, to be honest. 4 jump potion stylings. Damn it! Ah, you know what? I'm just gonna restart this one. Celeste? No. This is roguelite Celeste. Damn it, I gotta stop. I'm just like too used to buying that now. But like, yeah, Matt and I've made it to the Zenith, so... As it turns out, Zardoland is the hardest part of the game for me. That was where I died, though, last, so... It is an entire thing to do. I also saw Z-Ball, which was fun. Did not... You know, I know you said explicitly... damn it. Which, that was unexpected. Fucking hell. Just take me out again. Which was, yeah. That was unexpected to see. Did you really make it to Zenith? Yeah, I can pull up the video real quick here if you want to see it. Let's take a look at where I was at last. Well, that's the Dead Cell stuff. Yeah, here we go. Well, I guess I only have, like, VLC or whatever it is open in the thing. No, that's a Japanese study stuff. Here we go. But yeah. Full of dirty porn, yeah. Come on, I got this at least. But yeah, I think I am actually like getting pretty close to finally finishing up this game, which is good, because it's been a very long time. Still not going to do any of the legend... Come on! Still not going to do any of the legend fragments or whatever, but... Never mind then. Still not going to do legend fragments or whatever, but it's like... Yeah. I've been enjoying this game. Wait, do I even have any? Yeah, I have one. Damn it. Doesn't look like Dead Cells. I finished Dead Cells. Dead Cells has been finished. All right, anyway. No, it's good. I believe you. I mean, I figured out the wheels finally, and basically that was the biggest issue. Oh, I didn't realize that I touched the side of that. Okay, come on. Now I want to at least get like one good run here. Not as long as P5? Well, no, nothing has been as long as P5. Nothing will be as long as P5. So many flashes? Oh man, you ain't even seen nothing yet. Should check out the Club Z area if you want flashes. What is the best area to go through here? This, I suppose. Alright, come on. How many hours you got on P5? I don't know. Because it's across like 4 games. And, you know. Oh, that's a danger one. Come on. Calling horn. I'll take that. God damn it, not again. I wish there was a screen shake and a flashing lights option. Yeah, probably would be good. But as far as I know, there isn't, right? I'm not even gonna try to catch that one. Okay. There we go. And that's usually like, you know, because you always start right back from the segmentation plant, it's usually the one that I play the most carefree. Though this area does kind of also compare to. Come on. Good. Come on. There we go. Oh, this game's still incredibly, incredibly rough. I'll say that right now. It's like, I cannot believe it. Like, the level of difficulty of this game. Doc, do you enjoy playing this game? I do. I've slowly been having a lot more fun with it. I've said before that it's like, I don't think I'm going to be playing it too much. I'm not going to go for like the super runs or anything, but I am enjoying the game. It is very random as to how difficult the game is, though. Damn it, really? That was how... Whatever. There. Got both of them back anyway. I should have been able to drop down fast enough for to not die from that, though. What game is this? This is Tower Climb. One word, T and C are capitalized. Dead Cells Update 21, yeah. Yeah, Dead Cells might look a little bit different from what you're used to, but trust me, it is the same game that you still love. As you can see. Didn't even catch that one. You know what? God, how am I even going to do this? Nope, didn't do it. Grabbed onto the side of that. Anyway. There we are. Of course, now that I'm doing this on stream, it's just like I was able to do this like almost completely consistently prior to this point. It's all gone so very terribly wrong the second that I turned on that camera. Try to start talking over it. There we go. Yes, the character is a spider. Like that. As it is, though, I am going to want a whole ton of jump potions. Got it. Okay. I'm going to want a whole ton of jump potions, so I'm grabbing as many of the... Come on now. Why play it on easy mode after all? Whatever, there is always a witch somewhere in here. Besides, I have the calling horn. There's always a witch somewhere in here, so I should be able to re-get all of my potions and everything. Every time you die, you get a different character. Yep. Watch a messenger playthrough, but have you learned how to use the grappling hook? No. Absolutely not. Not even like a little bit. Okay, now then. Keep going. Okay, different. They're just different names. Oh yeah, no, they don't play any different. None of these. Every character plays the exact same, and it is an entire thing. And there we go. Are you going to, or I'll probably do it to spite people. Yeah. Why not? Why would I stop spiting people now? Okay, I'm just gonna keep this one nice and simple. How do you beat this game? Very carefully. Well, you just climb up to the top of the tower, basically. It's exactly what you would expect out of a game called Tower Climb, really. Okay, come on. Oh, ah! Too far. Too high. Okay. Come on, I got this. Oh, good. This is pretty rough. I want the berries, though. Okay. Okay, there we go. Very existential club. I saw the strip club tweet. Yeah, it's a thing in the game. Oh. Do you start the segmentation plant every time still? Yes. You start. I go from the segmentation plant every single time. Oh boy, oh boy. No, get on the side. Ah, damn it. Was there any easier way? No, I can try blowing my way through that, but yeah, this is not a great generation. I might as well try and use one of the jump potions, but I might be able to still get this. Nope, screwed it up again. All right, well, there we go. There's only 2 chapters? Only 2, yeah. 6 areas each, I assume. I don't actually know. Maybe there's more in... Oh, great. How am I going to do this? Like that. Ah, screw it. I'm out of here. Hey, nice. Okay. Come on, I got this. I kind of have this. Yeah, second chapter is... Oh, great, screwed that up too. Yeah, second chapter is like a big jump up in difficulty from the first one. First one is just it's a simple romp through the park compared to the second chapter. Just give me all of those. 13, that's looking good. I've been working on Chapter 3 DLC for a while. I got other stuff as well. Yeah, needless to say, I'm probably just going to end it at Chapter 2, because I think that is a reasonable level to go at. Reminds me of the Books of Babel series? Not familiar. Okay. Grab this and let's go. It will probably stop shortly enough, though, reminding that. How do you feel about the platform compared to Celeste and Messenger? Messenger is just kind of whatever. But Celeste, I'd say it's Needless to say, it's a lot less, you know, like active. You don't have like the dash and everything, but it ain't bad. It all feels very responsive and everything. I'm just gonna go. Because this is still like super scary. I got the jump aura, so just do that. Oh yeah, and right here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Whatever, just go. Oh, chapter 3 will be harder. Yeah, then I'm not playing it. Oh, forget about that, man. Okay. Last area. Ah! The Doc subreddit is really dead. Yeah, that's because it was created entirely to spite me. It's not a real subreddit. Oh, I didn't even get it. Come on. Might as well just go destroy that one gas monster down there, but I don't know. Oh god, there's so many. I don't like any of this. How am I gonna do this right now? Because I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, ah, this is really rough. Oh, and I got killed anyway. Whatever, that works. Still got the calling horn. I might end up using that if I lose like another life here. Yeah. Yeah, I got... No, I only have enough for one. Oh, Well, whatever, that works. Close. Yeah, whatever, I'm out of here. Alright, alright, alright. Should probably do another video on the game. He really likes this game, so hopefully we'll get another stream. For what? Okay, well, I guess I can't actually call the witch here. Cool. How much later is the next stream? I don't know. We'll see. Good. Still hate this thing. It's always just the most distracting, annoying part of doing this. Especially if the game kind of hitches up there. What was that? Come on. Just read up? I can't. I'm just on the wheel right now. The Zardo wheels are terrible. I'll read up the next time that I get to a door. Come on. Baby, I got this. Slowly but surely. Slowly but extremely slowly. Come on. So close. Come on. I almost got it. Almost at the top. still hate this part maybe more than anything else. Okay, anyway. Get right next to one of these weird chicken leg looking guys, and we're good. Probably with no video. I do have 2 monitors. Yeah, I have chat on 1 monitor doing that. No, Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, wait, talking about the flashing lights of that sort of thing. Get a video on the channel. Like, which ones? I have no idea. I still don't know what people are talking about here. Strip Club is after a few levels. Yeah, well, it's after 3 more levels, I think. We got Zardoland, Zardoland again, Zardoland again, and then like a little interstitial area, and then the Strip Club. Come on. This game just gets really weird. Guess I'll just say that. That was really close. Thankfully, I have been getting a lot more used to like the levels, like the speeds that you can get to without dying, and the speeds that you get to when you do die. Okay. Don't jump down from that on there, because otherwise you'll die. Much like everything else in this game, it kills you. There we are. Okay, well, at least I got to this part then. Ah, damn it. She got me. And let me take a look here. Yep. There we are. Good. Thank you. Glad I got that calling horn, man. Okay, then, sure. You know, I'm trying to actually use these balloons as, like, strategic sort of ways to get up the tower and everything, and it's just not working. Oh, well. Okay, will there be weird monster titties? Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. Did you ever look at the game over screen of... Oh, damn it. Again. You ever look at the game over screen of, Banjo-Kazooie and be like, that's kind of hot. Well, then, yes. Ah, Jesus. I was just like, it's not going to go through the wheel, though, will it? And it did go through the wheel. Feel like Doc's gonna love playing Untitled Goose Game? No. No way. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I get it. Bad streamer, yes. Plus, I've seen other people play through that game before. Not like there's really too much new for me there. Okay. That is a difficult jump to make. Okay. And then I use the jump too. Damn it. I need those jumps for jumping. And I didn't even get it. That's okay though. As you can see, it's want to mod Doki Doki. Wait, you want me to die? Oh, damn it. There. I only have one potion, of course. Or, one thing. Well. Yeah? Okay. Well, just that anyway. Okay, cool. Don't even really need a... Don't even really need a lot of things, but also, God, so many things happening right now. How many of these? Come on, a boomerang is what I was going to say, and then it gave me another boomerang. So, you know, cool. This is exactly what I wanted. How much is randomized in this game? A lot of it, but not everything. Like, for example, like the third... This next area that I'm going into always has, like, you know, you go down, and then you go up, and then you go down. But, like, a lot of other stuff is pretty... random in that way. Good. Monica's Twitch? I don't know if I would really say that. A little bit of Monica in my life and all that. But as you can see, like, each one of the areas in here... Oh, come on! I dropped down fast enough. Each one of the areas in there is, like, pretty randomized doing that. Isn't Sayuri? Come on, totally different character. And also it's his mom. There's only one checkpoint, and yeah, that's the one that I'm at right now. Going through to this area, basically. There ain't no tunnel man in this game. And it's like, as you can see, I'm playing on easy mode too. On normal mode, you wouldn't be able to have the 2 revives that you can see in the bottom left corner. There they are. Didn't even get it either. Can I get out of here fast enough? I can. Good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A little bit of mental trauma in my life. Jesus. I'm blowing my way through this. No, I can't. Unless... No, I only got the one. Okay, well, I guess I'm not then. I mean, I guess I could use one of my other potions that isn't one that I grabbed from stuff, but I won't. Okay, let's go. Ah! Chose Yuri in both playthroughs. I mean, does choosing anyone even matter in that game? Okay. There are 2 levels in the game. Can rarely create a spot where you're forced to use an explosive. Yeah, it's pretty rare that you're actually, like, supposed to. It's just, that's the easiest way to do stuff. The generation on each one of the levels is pretty good, I'd say. Like, it's rarely ever... I mean, it is... The difficulty is, like, completely random, I'll say that, but... Like, I rarely ever feel like I'm... Like, if I do stuff like that, that's my own damn fault. For example. And I knew the consequences of when I attempted it. Yuri is bae. Only if we're talking about the type of erotic art. Was that actually worse that I said it like that? I don't think that was better. Go. And then again, C jump. Yes, Yuri Lowenthal. Good. Come on. Yep, worse. Well, fair enough then. See, it's just much easier to do that is the thing. Here. Because I should be able to get up here easy enough. And then just get rid of all my double jumps because I do not need them. Because I want those berries, man. I need that to survive. And I can't double jump in water, and if you have more than 4 double jumps, you die. Ugh. I don't think that one's worth getting. I think that one is going to cause me to... Well... Got it. There we go. See, easy. Now this one is definitely going to result in my death if I try and go get it in the traditional way. If I do that, though, it'll work. Perfect. Only have one more corrosive potion left, though, so that's not great. Ah, well, it's fine. Oh, I got boring adult stuff to do. Yeah. I think Riku is much more fun than Yuna. Yeah, but Riku is like super... Oh, no. I'm thinking of Waka. I was going to say Riku's super racist, but that's Waka. I do like Waka, though. Oh, great. Well... I mean, Yuna overall, I think, is a pretty boring character. We're talking Final Fantasy X? Yes. Yeah, I like how Waka is super racist. What of it? Yugi, if you lose the duel, you lose your soul. No, you just get sent to the Shadow Realm, which is actually significantly worse than losing your soul in all likelihood. So Yuna is super low-key depressed the entire game. I don't even know if I would say low-key. I would say obviously depressed. For several reasons, in fact. For example, Spira is terrible. Alright, come on. Racist Waka is hilarious. I should have probably went and talked to the witch there. She was just right there. And also I don't have any... Oh, yeah, I don't have any revive potions. Then I definitely should have went and talked to the witch. Waka's also a terrible friend to Tidus. No, he's not. He's a great friend to Tidus. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Any items to spare? I don't know. Do I? That'll do. 11 berries right now. I can make that an even. No, I can't really make that. Yeah, I can make that an even 12. There we go. He kind of changes it on his own, so he's not hopeless. Well, yeah, obviously, the entire thing was supposed to be that it's like, you know, him getting over his thing. That's like part of the storyline. Still. All right, how am I even going to do this? Ah, you know what? I'm just going to do this. That's what. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that before I get killed by it. Lulu's very... I mean, sure, Lulu has that great gigantic belt dress, but, like, she's so mean. Can I just blow my way through there? And I think I will. Hurry this up here. Never forget the way Seymour does his name in boss fight where you can talk to him. Trying to even think of what that was. Don't even remember it too well. Big titty goth girl, and she's not mean, she's practical. No, she's pretty mean. Look, are people going to tell me that Lulu is not mean? Got it. Oh, I don't like this at all. Because I want to get that treasure chest, man. Come on. I think I'm just going to wait here for a second. Lulu is a jerk and her overdrive is lazy game design. Oh, harsh. That is true. In the sequel, she hooks up with... Okay, come on now. In the sequel, she hooks up with Waka despite them not even having any chemistry. They have the chemistry of being two characters that have yet to be paired up. I don't know what you're talking about there. Good. God, I can only hope I find the witch now. Ah! I can only hope that I find the witch here soon. Ooh, nice. Because this is not looking super hot otherwise. Well, let's go. Ah. You all need to enjoy abusive goth girls more. No! No, I refuse. Not gonna like her just because she's big titty goth GF. There we are. God, I am still going with that. I have like 21 berries here. Please, I need to spend this. I must consume. Oh, well. I need that. Right. You know what? Just give me the other one. Anyway. Ah. I hate this. Nope. Not taking that either. Okay, anyway. There we are. Now, if only I can just not die in this particular run, because it's been going otherwise pretty good. For bad streamer. Like I said before, and I'll say again, I think I'm doing pretty good. Ah. Damn it. Dying with 21 berries because I didn't get the, couldn't find the witch at all. That is too bad. What just happened? I got a bug fell on me. That happens all the time in this game. Yeah, there's the witch now. If I didn't lose so many lives before, it's just like, you know. Next Hades episode when? Well, not anytime soon, I'd say. Ah. I'll do a little bit of control then. It's because it's like, yeah, I also have yet to, I still got to go finish that one too. Got all the people here for it, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Well, I sent the cop boss to subreddit and stupid bot warned me out for using emojis. Sure. Why not? Vor the mic. Since when did I get known for voring the mic? You could also study Japanese. I'm in for it. Oh, we could do that. Let's do that one later. Said before, that's just like I want to actually get through a decent amount of this game over the weekend here. So, let's keep going on. Played Tower Climb and gained nothing. Yeah, but that's because it's like a when you're actually trying to stream, like it's such a difficult game that when I'm actually trying to stream it, I am playing significantly worse and forgetting about stuff like checking some of my resources. Sounds like you're further away from the microphone. There. Now I'm closer to the microphone. Play Doki Doki on stream. It's only 2 hours long. I already know about all the twists of that game and everything, so I don't think it really matters too much for if I would actually end up playing it or not. Also, in general, I'm not a huge... you might have seen from like the Persona series and everything. I'm not a huge fan of like suicides in games. So, you know. I don't really want to have to go through the Shiho saga again. Although, from what I understand, it's probably... Ow. It's the wrong weapon. Probably dealt with a little bit better in that game. How could you not deal with it a little bit better in that game? Ugh. Come on. Get over there. Persona's terrible. Oh, also, give me 1 second. What are you telling me that Untitled Goose Game does not have somebody kill themselves to try and convince you to take that bell even though you're already going to? Oh, man. Yeah, now I'm back talking about Persona 5 again and how much I hate it. Okay. Yeah, this was the area that I was trying to get to before, right? I think so. Audio's fine here? Yeah, I mean, I bumped it up a little bit, actually, because it was pretty quiet on my end. Where are the electro cubes? I already did this. Well, it's not even that much of a puzzle. Like, it should... Or are they already there? I think they're already in there, right? Yeah, okay. Best part is honking into the bottle? Nah. Press it? Oh, it's a loading screen. I get it. It's not called vor, it's called eating. Is there any difference? You know, I gotta say, like, yeah, the twist with Dylan is not really what I expected. The explanation of Dylan was not really quite what I expected. Because, to be honest, I thought that it was going to be like some sort of rival group or something that was the ones that actually took him. Because it didn't really seem like up until this point the Bureau of Control was quite sinister? Like, maybe a little bit, but more or less they were trying to do the right thing. But then you find out that it's just like, no, they straight up abducted him. And that's like, kind of a turn that you didn't quite see coming. Good. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I'm just going to hang out in here for a second. Come on, take him out. There we go. But then again, there might still be more to the story. Though the fact that it's just like, yeah, they have still been keeping tabs on Jessie the entire time is pretty damning. I don't know, even though she doesn't really care too much about it. Neither do I, but, you know. Is there anything else to do up here before I head down? Technically speaking, both unbirthing and absorption are considered vor. Yeah. I mean, absorption is definitely considered a vor, I would say, and unbirthing is just vaginal vor. So yeah, it's like in the same way that you have, traditional oral vor. There's also like anal vor, as well as other even weirder ones. Why do you ask? Oh boy. Okay. Maybe I should just go for the melee here. Well, that was so sloppily done, it's kind of shocking. It worked, though. It's based on the SCP. They're obviously cold-blooded bastards. Yeah, but Darling's so cool, and I like him. Huh. So that's talking about the slide projector again. For a word for therapy when kids were suffocated to be reborn. Yeah, that was in Petscop. There's a big part of that. No, unbirthing is that has nothing to do with like literal birth or unbirth. Like I said, it's just vaginal vor. Vor with a vagina. Let's talk about snot vor. I don't think that's a thing.
What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else.
Person goes in instead of going out. Yeah, you got it.
Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, Caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town, and it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, Caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just my brother was there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Rio Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, Caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. Good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Art Bell would be way more accommodating than that. Anyway, what do we got? All been burned except for one. And that one was clearly, not great.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. but we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Yes, and it's a very literal die trying, as we've seen. Affecting collective unconscious and everything. Big part of, like, what was it? Let's try first. Big part of Planescape Torment, too. If you tell enough people that you're a specific person, that person will actually come into existence. It's kind of fun. You just turned to Persona? Well, I mean, Persona was hugely inspired by a lot of Jungian psychology stuff. Collective unconscious has been a big part of it, especially since the Persona 3. So, yeah, kinda. What do we got? Existence of additional slide meadow. Well, I mean, most of them were burned, so...
Let's see what they had on ordinary.
A house!
It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Just all very small mock-up of it, it seems. Yeah, so it's like this is one of the more, I don't know, notable objects of power that they seem to have, aside from like the gun and the hotline. Gets its own dedicated room. I suppose if it's blowing open doors to alternate dimensions, it's like, what are you gonna do? Even that television, which apparently had the ability to float. Not quite nearly as powerful as this sort of thing. Stage 1. This is a dump, then. What else? What else? Hey, look at me. I'm like a Godzilla. Whee! Okay, anyway. Enough messing around. Yeah, I think we all saw that coming as soon as I could see that I could throw these trees. Come on. Hey, take a... I was shooting something there that wasn't... correct. Take him down. Anything else? Anything else? Come on. This is going to be kind of a rough one. Also, well, that was weird. Okay. Like what? Like just a couple more hits. Oh, tiny car, tiny car. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too?
Did you get the shield yet? I have missed a whole lot of optional stuff, apparently. I don't know how I did that, but I did. I mean, I know like the shield was one of the ones that I purposely didn't go for, but I honestly don't know how I'm missing everything else.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane. What? No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things? Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay.
Oh, but the invisible hits are so infrequent that I don't think I really need the shield for that.
I feel
Besides, they're not
an emptiness,
too bad.
a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No. No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything.
It's awful when they
As
have
real as
backup.
what happened
Oh
to
boy.
Mary.
The industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused.
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
No, it was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
All right. Not really anything too surprising. It was basically exactly what we thought was happening at the beginning of the game. Dump site? Is that things that they're dumping in there, or just like a recreation of the dump? I don't know.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York. And
So they
nobody
did.
saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Well, they do have magic, objects. I assume would probably allow them to do that sort of deal. Mm-hmm. Well. This looks like a perfectly good couch, I'm just saying. Okay, anyway. Come on, I can at least take that guy down even if he's being healed. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. Like, I have kept less junky couches than that before. I'm just saying. Oh, I didn't even get it. There we go. Good. Oh, cool. It's a bicycle. Also, a pretty good looking bicycle. Needs a new wheel, of course, but like, that is a perfectly fine specimen of a bike. Now it's not, but you know what I mean. Come on. Oh, boy. Oh, and it's an elite guy, too. Well, that's not great. I can deal with this, though. Yep. Oh, come on. Now that's a bit more of an issue. Any more coming around here, though? Ammo refills, but it's not an infinite clip. No. It is a... Oh, come on. It is a... Ah, damn it. There it is. It is one that you have to wait for the ammo to refill for you. Are samples like an IKEA or saws and with the infinite IKEA have saws? Wait, what? So this reminds me of the Evil Within. You know, that kind of has that like sort of dream-like areas in it. I mean, mostly like when you're inside of the hospital type of areas. Not so much like the Evil Within 2 where you're outside wandering around in when you're outside wandering around in like a neighborhood. All right, I don't have to go through the entire thing again, do I? Saw was supposed to be Sam's Club? Oh. Are you sure you weren't talking about, like, Saw? The killer from the movie Saw. I mean, no, wait, he's called Saw's Monster. I'm sorry. Good, I'm glad I didn't have to do that entire thing again. I already got that lore. You should use float more? Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like, if I could easily have gotten the quick kill against the psychic guy if I... Well, this is not the time. If I just got like a couple better throws, kind of messed that up a few times, and that was not great.
Nobody saw a thing.
Anyway, throws should be enough to take out these two. 3, in fact. I actually got him on the backswing. And bam, nice. Yeah, the dudes with shields really like to dodge around a lot of your stuff, and they don't take a ton of damage from bullets. The shields, of course, too, are also, like, super... And I just... Bam. And right in that. Right in the old brain box. Yeah, like, if you do the quick throw, you can actually get them... Actually, I can get him pretty well. There we go. That'll take out quite a bit of damage. Nope, and I screwed that up. Oh, come on. I was behind the stuff. Doc playing a shooter game poorly, too. But, I mean, it's like, I've said that plenty of times. It's just like, I am no good at shooters. However, I do still very much enjoy this game. It's just, man, I'm bad. I'm trying here, though. At least with, like, the throws and everything, you have auto-aim, basically, which makes it a lot easier to deal with enemies, but still, it's like, it's only going to take you so far. Because it's pretty limited, the amount of things you can throw for a certain amount of time. All right, come on. There's one very clear section that is kind of getting me to hold up here, and that's what I got to get through. We'll see. Like, yeah, I mean, I know. The thing is, the dodge also uses the same sort of energy as throws, and I use so many throws and everything. Is this anything? You get this one? I don't think I did. And that's why you have the entirety of the dump in here. Okay. Because there were still 3 slides missing, potentially. Maybe more.
Move the whole landfill here.
Either way, clearly it was not worth actually fucking around with that. Needless to say. Here we are. Come on, give that recharge. Need it right now. Totally screwing up a lot of basic stuff here. Oh, what hit me there? I think just something exploded behind me. Okay, that's acceptable. I That is currently mostly, if not entirely, acceptable. Okay, just run. Just run, just run. Smack him. Right in the brain box. Right in the bread box there. Come on. Ah, it's recharging. I should really try and get like some. I think I can maybe. No, no way. I tried though. Oh, this sucks. Oh, a lot of this sucks right now. Yeah? Okay. I think I'm alive. I think I am largely alive for now. I'm gonna say I'm doing great. Oh, great. There's multiple of them now. Oh, come on. Why does it gotta be the elite guy doing that has... Got him. Why does it gotta be the elite guy that's one of these dudes? They're the worst. They're the worst. There we go. Just a couple quick throws works out just fine. Good. Oh, man. Oh, Doc's gonna gamer it up. I gamered it so hard you wouldn't even believe it. Hey, what's this? Album cover? What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, this is like one of the songs that was included in the game or something that I probably can't play due to DMCA now. DMT and DCMA. What is this that I'm going to be missing out on? Energy renewal. Well, can't get it. Can't get it. That's cover for Take Control. Doesn't surprise me at all. So you fucked up super bad.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department.
Yep.
Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Really? So it's not even this area? Ah, whatever. What do we got here? Sector elevator, you say? Man, that would be good. It's too bad everything's full forever all the time because I keep forgetting to remove it. Like some of that stuff. Perkele time. I hope so. I mean, well, technically it's always Perkele time. It's a finished game. Actually, can I just go up to the top here? Maybe get going? Or is that where I came in? I don't actually remember. I don't think so. I would have known. Yeah. What you got? Legally dealing altered materials. I mean, you know, somebody would, of course. And there you are. They do seem to have, you know, for what's supposed to allegedly be like a government branch, at least to a certain extent, they sure do have a lot of pull in the world. Huh. I guess that's just to have that set up, right? Can I jump on top of it? I can. Bro, just remove them now. You can do it from your inventory. Okay, fine. Jeez. And then I will go back and go get those. I just don't know how to do that. Oh, I don't even have any of them on. I'm good at video games. There we are. You can throw some of them away now. Yeah. DMCD's nuts. Hey man, I would be okay with playing DMC 2. I got DMC 5 on the list, as you can see. Well, as I've posted earlier. I'll tell you right now, I do not have anything of any rarity worth keeping. Straight up. Weapon mods full? Wait, they shouldn't be full anymore. Oh no, that's a weapon mod. Okay. Which I also have. Man. I know how to play video games, don't worry. DMC 2 considered the worst? Yeah, I mean, actually the reboot is not entirely terrible. It's just, you know, one, the story is absolutely atrocious. It's just horrible. It's like the amount of times that I was just like, I can't believe that they're doing this is amazing, really. Like the extended sequence where they did a America, or well, Britain's Got Talent in that case. And of course the infamous fuck you scene. That said, it's just like the gameplay itself was fine. Not perfect, but I mean, I think like the remake it was actually made it, come on, actually made it like pretty all right. Killing the giant Bill O'Reilly head. I mean, it's, well, first off, yeah, that's another thing about that game is that the entire, they did a great job on the environments. The environments are amazing, like legitimately. And that sequence, very cool. The entirety of like, oh, don't you just want to punch Bill O'Reilly in the face? It's like, no. No, I don't care enough about that guy. Yeah, whatever. It's done. It's over. They have pitched the entire idea of doing reboots of that series, and I cannot be happier about that. Well, anyway, DMC 2 was just bad because they really messed up like the whole combo system into ones that are just like, you know, button pressing, I think, as opposed to like the timed ones that they were doing before. And just in general, it's like they didn't really follow up with a lot of the stuff that made the original DMC great, whereas like DMC did pretty much, was just like a huge improvement on that comparatively. It's not absolutely terrible. It's just, it is, I think it's much like Dark Souls 2, where it has more of a reputation for being bad than it is actually all that bad. Like, I legitimately think Dark Souls 2, though, I do think is a better game. Like, DMC 2 is not great. Whereas Dark Souls 2 is good, you know? That sort of deal. Get up there. I shouldn't forget that I do have the ability to fly, at least to a certain extent. And then the exit should be right over here. Yep. Yep. Ooh, I got the 8 abilities. That means that I can go get the multi-launch, which I like the idea of that one a lot. Will let me be able to even faster regen up all my stuff. Dark Souls 2 is atrocious at parts, but on the whole is a good game. I mean, I've said my piece on that a whole lot, where it's just like, I think that a lot of the design of like throwing a ton of enemies at you and then having some enemy sniping you in the distance is not great. That Dark Souls excels when it's a minimal amount of enemies or just single combat. And that, you know, just in general, some of the areas were kind of like ugly and uninteresting, and they really packed a lot of them in there. Like, think about the forest, for example, which is, It's just like the same green texture pasted over everything. I still think it's a pretty great game, though. Think about like the Iron Keep, especially in the remake, and it's just like, it's just hundreds of enemies sniping you from a distance while you try and deal with, fighting one. I mean, I didn't even think that like a lot of the
I need the containment
what do you got?
protocols for every
Oh, right. I was gonna ask you about the jukebox
token.
tokens.
Any idea what it does?
That is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that.
Oh, they're super
Jukebox
dead.
is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
Formation. Yes, the rocks are all fuzzy and are the giant boobs.
I have
Okay.
to go.
Me too. You're not the only one.
So yeah, just kind of like an arcade style, probably horde type of thing. So I don't know. I mean, there might be something, but it's one of those things where I'm probably gonna play this game after I actually finish it on stream, just on my own, basically. And I might be checking it out there.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security.
No, I'm like running out of batteries on my headphones. Maybe I should just call the stream here, considering it's been going on for 3 hours right now. A lot of furry stuff doesn't have giant boobs because a ton of it is gay. Okay, fine, they have giant pecs then.
Travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff.
Yeah, I heard that one earlier. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now that I've heard it. No, I just got here.
There was something there.
No, I can't shoot here.
Trying to make her act.
Oh, apparently here we got the DLC going on. I guess that's why you probably mentioned it there.
Drowning dead. A hunger in the dark.
I have to go. I have to replay
Sector, huh?
Alan Wake, or well, go watch a playthrough of it. I never actually played it myself. Well, like, yeah. Because I do not remember enough of it, to be honest.
Freak mutation we locked up.
Freak mutation? Interesting. We didn't get enough control? Yeah, I'm probably going to be back a little bit later today, but, you know. It's like, hey, I'll still be working on, like, videos and everything, too. In the meantime, it's like, yeah, it's been 3 hours. You free tomorrow? Want to grab a coffee? I'm going to go and grab another coffee right now. I actually just finished a coffee, and I feel like getting another one. So, yes. Well, unfortunately, unless I'm probably, if I don't end up finishing Control soon enough, I'm probably going to, like, play it pretty regularly throughout the week until I am able to finish it, basically. Because I want to finally, like, you know, get a little bit more consistent, finally get the same game done with. Like the Persona 7. I mean, it's prime candidate 7, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I am going to be here probably throughout the week. It's just, yeah. Maybe I'll start up like Doom Eternal then too. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to end the stream here. I'll set the, I will be setting the Dead Cells episode up for rendering, and yeah. Well, I have Friday off next week. I might be able to take Thursday off if my employer lets me, so might also be doing some early morning streams then too. Yep, so that's about it.